want to say hi to Robin and Corey and Carlene and Megan and Clara, Steve, Jen. Hello, everyone. It is wonderful to see all of us. And if you happen to be new to me in this moment or to our community here, my name is Amanda, and welcome to the happiness class here on Journey Live. So we will, as I wait for a couple check-ins to be chatted in, we will, of course, be bringing our attention to the present moment and also relaxing the body and the mind through scanning the body and following the breath, as we often do, to really set our baseline of attention, establish our baseline of attention here in the present moment. And then since we've been really navigating the field and terrain of kindness and compassion, we will be actually moving into a beautiful compassion practice towards the end of our meditation as well. So I'm excited to practice as always. Jen says, hi, sore muscles, tired, I'm ready for you. I love that snapshot, Jen. Thank you so much for letting us know. And, sometimes, this is kind of counterintuitive, admittedly, but sometimes when the mind's a little tired, it's actually sometimes easier to concentrate in meditation. So I'm excited for your practice today. And Susan says, hi from me and my 8-year-old son, Liam. Hi, Liam. And hello, Suzanne. Thank you so much for joining, Liam. Thank you for meditating with us. And we are so happy to have you joining us for this time in practice today. So thank you so much. Carlene says, ready for meditation. Steve says, taking a beautiful walk with Dawn this evening in Columbus. Oh my gosh, beautiful Ohio. Grateful to have this beautiful evening while we walk. Thank you so much, Steve. And hello, Dawn. I'm so wonderful you both are having a mindful walk in the wonderful Ohio evening. Speaking right to my heart. And Magda says, excited for compassion meditation. Magda, I feel the same way. And we've been really actually moving through a lot of kindness, a lot of compassion practice so far this week. It's just timely. It's timely. Compassion is always timely. And today, this week particularly, it is timely. Joey says, Joey, you are on. Welcome to the 9 p.m. So great to see you. Thank you so much for joining. Jen is saying, hi, Joey. And Ian, welcome too. Ian, if this is your first time here, even though I feel like you might have meditated with us before, if it's your first time here at the 9 p.m., we all welcome you in. Thank you so much for joining us today. And so let's go ahead and start to transition into our meditation time together by taking a nice, deep, relaxing breath. So just gently inhaling through the nose and letting this breath release out. And if you're new to meditation, the idea is to not worry about a thing. I'll literally be guiding us through the entire time. And to start, wherever you are, go ahead and allow the body to start to find a comfortable posture and position for meditation. And this can include walking meditation as well, as Steve and Dawn are doing. So when we're doing walking meditation, our point of focus is actually in the soles of the feet, the bottoms of the feet, and each foot as it rises and falls. And for the rest of us who may be sitting either vertically or perhaps laying down horizontally, go ahead and allow the body to start to settle in, making any adjustments that are needed. And then placing the phone off to the side or right in front of you. And when you're ready, softly closing the eyes if that's available for you right now. And as usual, we'll start with a few deep, relaxing, centering breaths, letting these breaths really land us here in our meditation time together today. So starting to draw a nice, long, deep inhale through the nose, breathing in fully, filling the body with breath and oxygen and air. And breathing out through the nose or the mouth. Just letting all of this breath go. And again, breathing in, smooth, centering, relaxing breath. And breathing out, emptying the breath out of the body. And once more, inhaling. Notice the breath when it reaches the very bottom of your abdomen. And right then, invite the exhale. Breathing out, exhaling out. And from here, letting the breath settle into its natural rhythm and cadence. With a gentle ease, just letting the breath flow in and out through the nose if that's comfortable for you today. And we'll start to bring our attention to the body. Relaxing your facial muscles. Even feeling the coolness of air resting against the cheeks and the temples and the nose. Letting the tongue lay flat in the mouth. Unclenching the jaw. Relaxing in a little bit more. Then finding where the neck meets the shoulders. Letting the shoulders drop. Just inviting this quality of ease into your practice by finding rest in the body. And letting the hands rest peacefully and lightly. Then moving attention downwards through the back body, following the full length of the spine. And then mirroring your attention to the front body. Softening the muscles in your abdomen. And now gently landing your attention in the lower half of the body. Feeling grounded and rooted here. Noticing where the body is making contact with the seat or the surface beneath you. And softening any remaining tension in the body. The more we let go in our meditation, the more we can open to qualities of the mind, wholesome qualities of the mind, healing qualities of the heart. So we always soothe the body by asking the body to relax and relinquish its tension and effort of trying to hold itself in a particular way. And then we ask the mind to further relax by placing our attention upon the breath. So if you haven't already, go ahead and start to focus your attention, focus the mind upon the rhythms and sensations of your breathing. letting the breath be a receptive and welcoming landing pad for your attention. And it's okay today if it's a bumpy landing for a few moments or a completely smooth landing. Just moment by moment, inclining the mind to merge with the breath and center itself within the breath more and more. If thoughts arise, noting them, releasing them, letting them continue to float on by. And then bringing your attention back to the center within your breath. Landing home. Finding home. Inviting the mind and the body to relax even more. Now we'll start to invite in the quality of compassion into our meditation practice. And compassion is this inherent invitation to allow things to be as they are, both in our lives and especially within our meditation. To meet what is here with the heart of compassion, often there's a first step, which is letting it be. Letting any feelings, sensations, even thoughts in the mind that we're aware of, just letting them be. Allowing whatever is here to be here. It can be helpful even to name a certain feeling or emotion or thought pattern that may be present. This pressure around the heart, that's fear. This crunchiness in my mind, that's fixation. And of course, other mind states and heart states may be present too. Openness of mind, spaciousness of mind, joy, exuberancy, connection, love, just being. Though compassion is particularly applicable to the feelings that we experience as human beings that are sometimes difficult to hold. Sometimes difficult to hold, difficult to bear. So now that you've named what's here with you and allowed it to be here, letting it be a little bit more, now start to call in the qualities of the heart, this quality of compassion, by holding in your mind's eye or through a felt sense, by holding this emotion with warmth, tenderness, care, genuine concern. A deep wish for well-being a wish for freedom from this suffering or hardship. So, spending the next moment wrapping any feeling, emotion, sensation, or thought in the mind, any judgment thought in the mind, wrapping it in the blanketing warmth of compassion, this willingness to be with, this willingness to let be and hold with a nurturing mother's warmth and the nurturing tone of kindness. You can even repeat in the mind the following phrase of compassion. May I meet this too with kindness. May I meet this with the heart, my heart of compassion. May I meet this too with kindness. May I hold what is here with the tender strength of compassion. And compassion offers us deep insight and understanding into our flavors of experience and our emotions. It offers us this taste of unconditional love, the soothing remedy to pain or heartbreak. And it shows us the way to a greater equanimity, which is also inherently, sustainably infused with this quality of true happiness, unshakable well-being. So now take a nice long deep breath in, just breathing in whatever is here, breathing in this compassion, this warmth, even breathing in this feeling or emotion, taking all of this moment in with this breath and inhale, and then releasing this breath with such kindness, such intentionality, emptying yourself out of any remaining feelings, thoughts, sensations, just feeling into that emptiness on your exhale. And then from here, feeling gratitude for your time in meditation, thanking your heart for this practice of compassion. And then inviting in some mindful movement into the body, wiggling the fingers and the toes, moving the shoulders up and down, letting the neck roll side to side. And when you're ready, gently floating open the eyes. So I invite you to take even an additional deep, nourishing breath right now. Compassion requires a little bit of heavy work, a little bit of heavy lifting at times in our meditation. The thing about compassion, though, is that though it requires a deeper ask often of ourselves, it is the great alkalizer of our human experience, meaning that whatever it is we may be holding within our minds, within our hearts, any sensations that we're aware of in the body, when we meet what is here with compassion and that initial first step, right, of letting it be. First, we let be with that tender awareness. The first practice, the first step of compassion is like meeting what's here with the eyes of compassion. Ah, I see you. I see you fear. I see you anxiety. I even see you happiness. You're here too. Whatever is here, I see you. I see you with the eyes of compassion. And then from there, we meet what is here We meet what is here with the feeling tones, the essence, the dignity, the intentional cognition of cognitive wish of compassion as well. And this allows us to alkalize our experiences in a really deep way. It lets us transform especially our difficulties, our difficult emotions and feelings and sensations, really directly through the lens of compassion practice. And you may be sitting here wondering, maybe one of us is, maybe all of us are, what does this have to do with happiness? I thought I signed up for a happiness meditation. So here's the thing, is that, through this heavy lifting of compassion, through meeting what is here with compassion, even if you didn't feel like a huge shift or a lot of relief from compassion initially, whether it's in the moment or at some point soon, compassion is a great dissolver. It tends to dissolve our heaviest and most difficult of emotions, leaving us into a place of more equanimity, leaving us in a place of more ability and more capacity and more openness for equanimity and a more sustainable feeling of contentment and happiness as well. So one way to think of compassion, again, is as this great alkalizer, this great transformer. It transforms, especially, again, our difficulties that are here, so we can open up to happiness within, or at least to equanimity, which is a facet of happiness as well. So I see comments coming into the chat box. Many of you know what we're about to do next. So go ahead and start to pour in any insights, experiences, questions, comments about your meditation practice right now. Continue to say hi to each other. Doesn't it feel good to be here in our beautiful community practice space? And the comments are in a stream, so you should be able to see the comments on the app live. So I'll wait for a couple more comments to come through, and of course, if you need to move into the next moment of your evening or day, thank you so much for being here. We cannot wait to meditate with you again soon. So I'm going to catch up with some of these amazing comments. By the way, I know I wasn't here yesterday. I had a previous commitment at 9 p.m. Eastern time. So I wasn't able to be here yesterday, but we're kind of in our regular new schedule here with the 9 p.m. moving forward. But all week, we have had such a deep week of practice together. So I really want to honor our practice and honor this really beautiful inner work we've been doing around kindness and compassion. Okay, so Ian says hello. Hi, Ian. And Ian says, yep, first time in the 9. Hey, Ian, thanks so much. Welcome. I'm so happy you're here. And let me know what came up for you in this meditation. Have you done compassion before? If so, what was your experience like this time? If not, what was your initial impression or reflections? Of course, no pressure to share either, but good to meet you and so happy to meditate with you as well. And Robin says, first 24 hours with my beautiful little 8-year-old puppy. This is the first chance I've had all day to meditate, laugh out loud, but I love it. Oh my gosh. And look at the community celebration rolling in too. Megan saying, congrats, Robin. That is so exciting. Corey says, Robin, congrats on your precious puppy. Woo! Oh, Robin, that just brings so much joy to my heart as well. Just knowing that this puppy-like quality, this playful-like quality in the puppy, and then training the puppy just like you train your mind. I mean, of course I'm going to tie this to meditation somehow. But one metaphor that we work with as meditators is viewing the mind as a small, glorious little puppy dog. And we treat our thinking minds in the same way. We train the thinking mind in the same way as a puppy. We tell the puppy to stay, the mind. We tell the thinking mind to stay. We do so compassionately and kindly. But Robin, I'm so happy for you. So please give us all the puppy updates. Drop a photo into the community board. I can't wait to meet him or her. Wow, I'm so excited. So keep us updated. And she's 8 weeks, a blue Merrill, I'm sorry if I'm saying that wrong, a blue Merrill Chihuahua. Oh, Robin, this is glorious. I am like, I cannot wait to see a picture. And do you have a name? I'm sorry if I didn't see that yet. But if you have a name, let us know. Let us know the name. I'm so excited. And Cheryl says, compassion brings happiness. Oh, Cheryl, that's incredible. And thank you for just so succinctly saying that, because again, we can be really intimidated by compassion, right? Compassion can be really intimidating. It can be like a little like, ooh, do I want to do the heavy lifting of compassion today? Believe me, I get that feeling. And compassion, again, is this like great alkalizer. It's also really like, it's like the clearing that comes after a rainstorm. Compassion is much like rain, and it works with and washes away the debris of our difficulties. And after that, we're like left in this beautiful clearing. Sorry about the light coming into my window. Anyway. I'll try to stay in the frame, but sorry if that's distracting. Okay, maybe I'll move back. The compassion really, really makes a clearing for happiness. So thank you so much for saying that so succinctly. I really appreciate that, Cheryl. And Joey says, yes, it does. I'm with you, Joey. Yes, it does. And Magda says, I loved having compassion for the difficult feelings. I loved having compassion for the difficult feelings. I'm so glad to hear that, Magda. It's timely, and we as a human, we need these sorts of inner resourcings and tools. I know that can sound like a really strong statement, but this is part of our human experience, is to go through deep difficulties. And when we have tools like compassion and kindness and empathy, especially self-compassion, self-kindness, and self-directed empathy and understanding, it helps us meet our difficult feelings in a skillful way, and it helps inform us into our next moment, our next action, even as well. So compassion is also very actionable. It like creates enough clear seeing. We have to know what it is we're applying the compassion to. So therefore, we have this element of clear seeing and clarity through compassion. And then we can move from that heart-based place, from that heart of compassion. We can continue to meet our difficulties with compassion. We can meet ourselves with compassion. We can meet others with compassion. We can meet the world with compassion. No small stuff. So I really love that, Magda. Thank you so much. And Mireya, I'm sorry if I mispronounced your name. Mireya, I think that's closer. Mireya says, compassion allows understanding. Compassion allows understanding. Absolutely. Absolutely true. Such good wisdom here, everyone. We are just like dropping insights into our community conversation. Absolutely. Compassion leads to a great deep understanding. We can gain deep understanding through the lens of compassion, even in ways that we don't initially think we're very capable of, even in ways that we don't think we're initially capable of. I was just working meditating with a group yesterday and got asked the question, how can I offer compassion to my like really difficult people, people that others that I don't agree with, like I don't agree with their actions or their choices. I feel like a fundamental difference with them. And my response was along the lines of, compassion asks us to deeply reflect upon our own experience at times too, to offer genuine, true compassion. Often compassion requires us to like be willing to stand in another's shoes from our direct experience. So even though, we may not always, and compassion isn't condoning, either. So it's not like we condone or we have to agree with, thoughts, actions, and behaviors of others. But, it also allows us this a little bit of preview of understanding at times to not exclude anyone from our hearts and to say, just like me, maybe this person's trying to be happy in some way, in their own way. It can be based from a place of confusion or ignorance or from these other places. Compassion doesn't condone, but it does give us this little opportunity in certain settings, especially in certain places, to say like, oh, let me try to stand in another's shoes. This is really helpful with conflict resolution around communication and personal conflict, etc. Okay, so back to the comment box. I digress. So Steve says, have not done a walking practice like this before. Don and I really enjoyed it. Incredible experience to add to our walk. Steve, that is so amazing. Don, I'm so happy to hear that as well. And walking in practice it's a very powerful practice. A couple notes on walking meditation is that it is also a formal, traditional meditation practice. It's a way to gain concentration as well. So just like we follow the breath in sitting practice, again, our point of focus is actually the feet, often the bottoms of the feet making contact with the earth below us. That's your point of focus. So each time the mind may wander, we bring it back to the points of the feet, making contact with the earth again and again. So I'm so glad you enjoyed your experience, and thanks for sending us some of that beautiful Ohio air from here. Ooh, I love it. And let's see here. And Jen says, I'm trying to be more compassionate so I can be understanding of people's actions, but it seems like I'm making excuses for their behavior. I'm not sure if that's really compassion. People just need to be more considerate. Thanks, Jen. So thank you. I think this comment might have come in either during the point when we were talking about that, maybe a couple moments ago, or maybe a little after, or I'm not sure. But it's a beautiful reflection of that point in our community conversation. So to your point, Jen, it's not, we're not condoning, we're not agreeing with. We don't have to agree at all or condone. And compassion is also like recognizing humanness. It's recognizing the great like capacity for humanness. And what I mean by that is, these deep roots of like of ignorance, of anger, of greed, of, confusion, etc. We won't go there today, per se, just even due to time. But I really get it. And so just to say, compassion isn't excusing someone's behavior. We can still be compassionate with someone without agreeing with the behavior. It's basically just trying to offer a bit of understanding, a bit of tenderness, a bit of inclusion in our compassionate hearts. So one way to think about compassion is, and it's not going to be perfect. We may not even do this in this lifetime, to be honest, fully. But, the core, one of the essences of compassion is to not exclude. anyone from our hearts. And I think we've had some great figures in human history that have given us these examples and paved the way for this deep essence of compassion. So we'll keep working with this. We'll keep working with this. And Joey's responding to Jen. He says, "Hey Jen, I'd also add that you can't always understand people's actions. You can try, but sometimes people are not aware of all the things. I send them a touch of awareness when I see that. Also, sometimes there's something going on that I'm not aware of. Non-judgment and gratitude get me through those moments, but I understand where you're coming from." Joey, awesome response and comment. Couldn't be with you more. And Corey says, "Thanks for another beautiful meditation, Amanda. Have a lovely evening, everyone." Corey, thank you so much for saying hi and saying bye, and always so beautiful to practice with you. And Robin says, "But daughter named, named after Frida Kahlo." Oh my God, I'm so excited. Did I miss the name? Okay. I'm still, okay. The dog lady Zolo, her dog was male, but so we added lady. Oh my gosh, this is so beautiful. Okay, Robin, I'm so excited for your new addition to the family. Yay, this is so beautiful. It's so wonderful. And tomorrow I will include the entire name, which is very long. Okay. Exciting. I am already anticipating that moment. So again, I'm so happy for you, Robin, and thanks for sharing the puppy love here with us. Jen says, "Thanks, Amanda and Joey." Absolutely, Jen. Thank you for always really raising these very poignant practice questions. We grow together. That's what we do. We always grow together. And Mariella says, "Compassion is forgiving." So beautiful. Gosh, thank you for dropping in these beautiful insights and this deep wisdom here, everyone. So thank you for your practice. We're going to end on Mireya's beautiful comments that compassion is forgiving, and compassion allows us to understand. And Cheryl's comment from earlier, compassion brings happiness. So just keeping these 3 points in mind: compassion brings happiness, compassion is forgiving, and compassion allows for understanding. It allows for understanding. Compassion will stretch us like really no other practice will. So also know that it's we're not trying to get anywhere with compassion per se, but having the intention to hold a compassionate heart in our life really does pave the way for forgiveness and happiness and deeper understanding. So thank you all so much. Steve, awesome comments. Okay, love the puppy emojis. So everyone have a beautiful weekend and a great few days of practice. We'll be back here together Sunday evening and Monday morning. Stay practiced, stay connected to compassion, and we'll see each other soon. Thank you so much.